Today, we're diving into a new playbook for a really fascinating and rapidly changing industry. It's all based on the book The Business of Influence by author Johan Steyn.
You know, this quote just nails it. Speaker bureaus aren't simply booking agents. They're way more than that. They're like strategic matchmakers, linking these powerful voices with companies that are hungry for big, game-changing ideas. They really do operate right at that intersection of insight and impact.
And that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? While what these agencies do is more important than ever, the ground is literally shifting under their feet. The old way of doing things, it's facing some serious, potentially business-ending challenges.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll start by looking at the world of modern influence. Then we'll expose the 3 silent killers that are draining these businesses. After that, we'll introduce the new playbook designed to fight back, look at its frameworks for future success, and finally get to the ultimate goal: how to win, scale, and stay human. First up, let's set the scene. We are not talking about small tweaks here. The entire global speaking industry is at a major crossroads, a real inflection point where the old rules just don't apply anymore. So what's causing all this pressure? Well, it's kind of like a perfect storm. For starters, clients are making decisions faster than ever, which means lead times have just shrunk. On top of that, the market is packed, so the competition is absolutely fierce. And then you have AI, which is completely changing what clients expect. They want personalized, instant service, and a lot of the old systems just can't keep up. And the consequence of not adapting is pretty serious. This isn't just about being a little disorganized. We're talking about businesses literally leaking profit because of inefficiency, outdated sales tactics, and having their information scattered all over the place. It's a real threat. Which leads us to the core problem that the book identifies. These hidden drains are what he calls the 3 silent killers. They're these sneaky internal problems that slowly but surely eat away at a business's potential from the inside. Yup, the book zeroes in on 3 main issues. According to the author, these are the primary culprits holding agencies back from growing and really succeeding in today's market. So let's break them down one by one. The first silent killer is the meeting and memory leak. Just think about it for a second. All those brilliant insights, client needs, and critical action items that come up in phone calls and meetings, if that intelligence isn't captured systematically, it just vanishes. Poof! It's like a constant invisible leak of your most valuable asset, your knowledge. Okay, next up is the information avalanche. You know the feeling, right? That frantic search for the right contract template, or a speaker's latest bio, or the details from an event you did last year. All those wasted hours add up, absolutely crushing productivity and just making everything harder than it needs to be. And the third killer is the sales and experience gap. You see, many people in this industry are fantastic at building relationships. They're friendly, they're great connectors. But there is a huge difference between that and being a professional advisor who knows how to properly qualify a lead, navigate a tough negotiation, and confidently close the deal. That gap leaves a lot of money on the table. All right, so we've diagnosed the problems. Now let's talk about the solution. This is where we get to introduce the new playbook, a practical guide designed to fix these issues and build a business that's truly ready for the future. The playbook is, of course, the book itself, The Business of Influence, written by author and global keynote speaker Johan Steyn. So who is Johan Steyn? Well, he's been called Africa's foremost artificial intelligence thought leader. That right there tells you he's looking at this industry through a very modern, very tech-savvy lens. And this is what gives him such a unique 360-degree view. He's not some outsider looking in. As a global speaker, he gets the talent side. As an AI expert, he understands the technology. And as a consultant who works with bureaus, he's seen exactly what works and what doesn't in the real world. So, let's shift gears from the why to the how. The book doesn't just point out all the problems, it gives you clear, actionable frameworks to fix those leaks and build a business that's actually designed for growth. At the very heart of the book is this signature framework, and it's so simple, it's brilliant. It all starts with this empowering question. Imagine we could, which just opens up the possibilities for innovation. Then it forces you to get specific with in order to, which makes you define the actual business goal. Put them together, and you get a culture of constant improvement. And this slide just lays out the whole transformation perfectly. It's all about moving from the old way, that reactive bureau drowning in manual chaos and endless spreadsheets, to the new way. The Future Ready Bureau is all about structured process, giving advice based on real insights, and using automation with empathy.
The book is just packed with real, tangible tools. Readers get a full map of the deal process from start to finish, actual tools to automate things like scheduling, a guide to building that central knowledge hub we talked about, a modern approach to sales, and even a 90-day plan to get started. And all of this builds toward the book's ultimate vision. It's this really powerful three-part philosophy for what a modern influence business can and should be. This quote really gets to the core of the new mindset. See, success isn't just about having the longest list of speakers anymore. It's about how well you run your operations, how expertly you manage information, relationships, and technology. Clarity and care, those are the new superpowers. And this part is so important to get. The goal here is not to turn your business into some cold, automated machine. Not at all. It's about using technology to get rid of the annoying, repetitive tasks so your team is free to do what humans do best: build real relationships, give strategic advice, and deliver amazing service. And that's the final promise. By plugging those leaks and building with these new frameworks, you create a business that doesn't just win more deals and scale up efficiently, but one that, through all of that growth, never ever loses its essential human core. Which leaves us with one final and pretty critical question. After seeing the challenges, the silent killers, and the path forward, the only thing left to ask is your business ready for the future of influence?